Hello there, Sir from 17 once again, introducing you to my Max Payne 3 hardcore difficulty video walkthrough. This is the second section to Suntan Oil, Stale Margaritas and Greed, and these are the firefights that I hate on this level. So this is the first one, and you want to rush completely past after you shoot that first guy into this room, and you want to try and get behind that piece of wooden cover that I tried to get behind, but that dude shot me. And if you can stand here, you can switch your aimer and you can eke your way around this corner and you can shoot all of the soldiers on that bank. And it's going to make the firefight above significantly easier than it would be if they were all still there. And you'll notice I switched to the revolver, to the lovely Magnum, because I think it's generally like a 2-bullet kill if you hit them right, and I have a lot of ammo for it. And the reason that this sucks is because once you've got rid of all these guys, which does take a little bit of time because there's a lot of them and you've got to be as tentative as possible or you're just going to get murdered, you've got to then go upstairs. And everybody knows moving into an enemy position who has a height advantage on you is generally going to be harder than if they were on the equal playing field. But at the same time, this game on stairs is a little awkward because Max is always trying to find his footing because he reacts dynamically to the world around him. It's awesome to see, but it's a pain in the ass to aim when you're on stairs because he's too busy trying to find his footing, and it makes your reticle bob up and down, and it's going to make this section harder than it needs to be. So the first thing I do is I move out and try and lure a guy to come over to this balcony so I can pop his head like I'm about to do to this guy. And on this run I got really lucky because I got 2 of them, and usually it's only 1, but you know, 2 of them, I'll take it because that's 2 down. And what you want to do here is you want to use your bullet time and try and... Watch this. This is what I mean. Watch how Max keeps sitting up and down every time I'm aiming and stuff. Look at him bobbing. Just look at this. It's so awkward because it makes the game really difficult. But luckily enough, that guy killed me with the shotgun. I managed to hit him with a bullet to get my revive. And then I go up the right-hand side to try and pick off any more dudes. And it gets to a point where it looks like it's empty, like right now. So I just think, what's the worst that can happen? And I rush up, shoot dodge, I think, and then try and take out anybody that's left. Because it's challenging due to the placement of the enemies, and it's challenging because I only have 1 painkiller at this moment in time, because I used the other 2 that I picked up. But that kill cam there tells you that the firefight is over, and the hard part is done. There is 1 challenging section coming up. Just be careful here, these shutter doors will open twice, but sometimes the enemies don't quite get through them because they're a little bit retarded. But make sure you pick the FAL up. The FAL is accurate, although this Magnum does deal some serious damage if you hit them right. But once again, the weapons are all preference because aside from how they sound and how they look, they all perform pretty much very similarly because this game is all accurate and the weapons work, which is nice. It's refreshing. And I've mentioned on a couple of older videos about the New York Minute Hardcore mode, and I did really want to try that game mode, and I probably will when I've forgotten how much I hate New York Minute mode, but that's the thing. I never ever even played those modes on the old Max Paynes because I didn't enjoy them, and I've been playing through it on this, and the insta-fail situations where you get too far away from somebody that you're with and they get shot, or if you move too far forward when you're with somebody and they get shot, it's bullshit. Because it instantly ends the level and you don't have any checkpoints, and I'm literally flying the flag alone here when I say that checkpoints are not what makes games difficult, and I just wish developers would understand this point. I don't get it. I don't get this need for it. It's so strange. Oh, interesting fact here as well. Just then I shot through a body and I hit a painting on the wall and it actually opened a safe behind it and there's a golden gun piece in it and I didn't even know. I was like, what? Who knew? There you go. And I am looking forward to finding all the golden gun parts because I think it gets you unlimited ammo or unlimited bullet time. Because when I played on Mission Select, there are so many options that you can tweak. It's really cool, actually. A lot of replay value for people that like to do stuff like that. But this is the second hardest part of this level because I only have 1 painkiller, which means I don't get a chance to be shot very heavily. And all you need to do on this section is to shoot people, then Passos will move up, then you shoot the rest of the people, then you can move up and you'll get a checkpoint. But it's a lot harder than it seems because these guys are super accurate, they all hog the cover. You don't have the best cover, but I found if you move over to this truck, and you kind of sit midway across it like I am right now. When you bob up, you will be guarded by the chassis of the vehicle, and it's the best cover I could find to do this section as safely as possible, but they can still hit you. You're not 100% safe. They just seem to have a much harder time than they do when you're on the concrete cover. And this is all about patience and a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot of skill, but your aim needs to be spot on, because sometimes you'll get screwed with the recoil and that's not what you want. Like, there's times when you aim at people and the dot is bang on them, but they're just not being hit. And if your reticle doesn't go red, it means generally that it's not the best range for your gun. But sometimes the reticle doesn't need to go red for you to hit them, so it's this weird situation of not quite knowing if you are in the right range. But now I'm out of painkillers. This is when I need to not get shot, because one bullet in this situation could potentially kill me, and I'll have to do all this again. From that moment when we crossed over to this part of the dam, should I say, or the canal. But just do not get aggressive here, because there's a bunch of guys in a doorway that are going to turn up and they're going to shoot you through the glass, so you want to be super careful. And just look at this guy, who sits in cover this fucking long? So stupid. And one thing I do like about the arcade game mode and the New York Minute mode is you can select your outfit for Max when you play the levels. And there's some outfits that you don't even get in the game. They're the ones from the cutscenes. Like, you can get him in his vest and his underpants and shit like that. And just a whole bunch of different costumes. And I really like the costumes, as I've mentioned before in my videos, because I just find them cool. But that means that that's the last guy, and I can now safely push up and get a checkpoint. Once you've done that, the difficulty's over now, guys. The rest of this is really simple, but that shootout there and the one we've just done, I really don't like them. I find them pretty tough. But Max Payne as usual from here on, guys, so it gives me an opportunity to speak about some other stuff. So in my absence from having an Xbox and internet and everything pretty much, the Spec Ops The Line demo came out, and I'm really excited for the game, and I've downloaded it now, so I'm probably going to do like a demo walkthrough like I used to do on the hardest difficulty as per normal. And it's not going to be the first time I've played the game, because I actually played it at Aiden's house, and I've got to say I was kind of underwhelmed by it a little bit. It doesn't quite feel as tight as I thought it was going to feel. And I did perform in the beta about 2 years ago, and that felt pretty loose too, so I was hoping for a better result perhaps. I love the visuals of the game, I love the setting, I love everything about it, but the way it feels, and coming off of this game, it's probably going to feel even worse, so fingers crossed. I'm going to play it and I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to find, you know, a love for it. But at this moment in time, I was underwhelmed when I got my hands on it, and I want to do a guide to that game, but if it's not any good, then I want to prioritise, you know, something that's worthwhile. Because I've only done 2 guides on my channel to games that I hated. And I was going to do a third, because I was going to do Ninja Gaiden 3, but there just comes a point in a man's life when he just has to tell something to go fuck itself, and that was that, because that game is so terrible. And there's just nothing redeeming it. But the 2 games, if you're wondering, on my channel that I didn't like at all, Force Unleashed 2 is one of them, and if you listen to the commentary on that, you can totally tell that I didn't dig the game. And then the next one was Castlevania Lord of Shadows, which, when I recorded the guide, I hated the game. I thought it was garbage. After I recorded the guide, I kind of learnt to enjoy it a bit more, and I don't mind it as much now. I actually find it quite fun. But while I was recording the guide, there was parts of that game that I fucking hated. But I do have a lot of projects at the moment in time. Like, I need to get back to Saints Row and finish that one off, because it was fun and it was live, and I don't ever want to be doing more than one live playthrough at any given time, because I'll probably end up not finishing them. Because it's one of those things where they're easy to do at the time, but they're also really easy to put off. And I'm already thinking about what I'd prefer to be playing than Saints Row, and that's not a good thing, so I want to get back in there and start playing again and enjoy it, because it was a fun one, and everybody that watched that playthrough said they were enjoying it, so and I need to get that one finished. And there are a lot of projects that are still ongoing that I need to throw up, but they'll just come in time, because unless it's a AAA title that's just come out, I'm not going to be throwing every single video up in a single day. I upload a much higher rate than most YouTubers, and that's limited by the fact that my internet's kind of shitty. At this moment in time, my upload rate is limited by the fact that I have deadlines and I have other priorities, but as soon as that's out of the way, I'll probably go back to my usual 3 to 5 videos a day shtick, depending on, you know, how much stuff I've got rendered. But this guide needs to go up, so there's no two ways about it. As we're shooting more soldiers in the Panama Canal. And this is one of the big like left turns in the story, because I just didn't expect this part to happen. This is pretty funny here. You can actually see the soldier through this glass. You can see his arm next to the doorway. He's trying to sneak up on you and kill you when you go into that room. But you can shoot him from here. It's just sometimes your guns miss when you bang on people, which is very strange. This is a pretty cool part of the level though, this, because there's all these display cabinets you can shoot into. There's a whole lot of detail in some of these rooms. It's just, it makes me wish I had double, you know, Mac 10s so I could just dive and shoot a stream of 1,000 bullets, but keep on looking for painkillers, keep on picking up the good guns, keep on being tentative and not rushing too fast. Watch out for any corridors like this in front of me, because there's 10 to 1 there's a dude. There you go. There always is, and that sucks, that right there, where you think you've dodged out of the way and a stray bullet catches you. The cool part about it, you'll notice Max responded dynamically to that bullet hitting me in the leg. Just goes to show all the engines and the physics that's going on in this game. It's really nice for stuff like that. But back to the live playthrough stuff. I'm in a bit of a Final Fantasy mood right now, thanks to not having an Xbox and playing through 8, getting all the way up to Ultimecia's castle and then stopping, which I should really change, because if I'm honest, I've got a low level party, and I say low level, it's low level for me. I'm only level 40 odd, and I think Squall's level 50 something, and I'm not using any GFs. It's a no GF run because I just decided to not summon them in battle. And when I say I'm not using GFs, it doesn't mean I'm not junctioning, it just means I'm not, you know, calling them in, because they take forever even on short, and I wanted to just do something different. And I got to Griever, who is the summon that Ultimecia uses, and I killed him, and I completely forgot, because it's been a long time since I've played. He used fucking Shockwave Pulsar at the end, and it killed my entire team. And it took maybe 4 deaths to get Squall in my team, because if you don't know this, the last boss on 8, it randomly selects your party, and you have to wait for the people that you want after they've died. So I intentionally killed them off to get the team I needed, and then the team that I had died, which sucks. But it's not a big deal, it just means that I didn't junction my elemental defense as well as I thought I did, and perhaps junctioning my spirit as high as it should have been, because I think that's a magic attack. I don't think it counts as a physical. But, you know, that's just an error on my part. But back to the topic at hand, because this is about to end the level. I'm wanting to do a playthrough of a Final Fantasy game, and I want to do a live one, and probably record it. I'm in no rush to start it, because these are games that are timeless, that I can play for days. And I was just wondering if there's any one that anybody specifically would like to see. And if you don't want to see that, and you want to see more recent games, that's perfectly fine, just leave that. I just want to see if there's any consensus from people, if there's any specific one you want to see, because whichever one I choose, I'm going to do something stupid in it. Like, for instance, if we pick 8, I'm going to do a no-level run, where I can't level up. I will beat the game at level 1. And if we pick 9, I'll probably do something similar on that. I'm not too sure how. And if you pick 7, I'll do a no materia run. No idea how you do these, I just know they exist and they interest me because I like doing stupid things. But thanks for watching anyhow, people. Feel free to leave some comments about what you feel about the live playthrough stuff. And you take care now.